Yeah, it's actually not bad. Yeah, I'm just as surprised as you are, honestly. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Jake the Metalhead coming back from a longer break, wearing a white t shirt for the first time, probably since high school. And yeah, I had to get this because the latest concert I went to was awesome. And yeah, just had to get it. Good look at the back. I really hope this is showing up on camera. If not, fuck it. I had to get this a couple of nights ago when I saw Guilt Trip with Gideon, Drain, and Kublai Khan. And ever since that show, I want to be a fucking cowboy.
I wanted to be a cowboy, baby.
Is this hat way too small for my fat head? Yes. Is this coming off for the rest of the review? Nope. So to catch you guys up on where I've been over the past probably over a month, I went on vacation for a couple of weeks and it was really fun. And it was really nice just getting away from everything and just having a nice little break. And yeah, it was really cool. And then I got COVID. And then I got better. And then I joined a band. Bludgeon NJ on all streaming platforms. Stream that shit. And in between me getting better and joining Bludgeon, I listened to this album mainly because it released like right around that in between period, and also happened to release the same day as I believe the new Icy Stars and the new Lorna Shore. And I tried listening to both of those albums. New Icy Stars is all right, not really my thing, but the new Lorna Shore, oh no, yeah.
Fuck no, baby.
Basically, I have a video coming up that is going to cover it a little more in depth, but it's literally just Into the Hellfire again. It's basically the same thing that they've been putting out since To the Hellfire, like basically since 2019. So basically, if you like To the Hellfire and you like the last album, you're gonna like this one. Me, it's a little too repetitive for me, and I can't get into it. It's just me. It probably is just me because everybody seems to absolutely love this record as well as the last one. So yeah, I ended up turning off the new Lorna Shore like 3 songs in, and then I saw that 21 Pilots released an album that same day. And in one of the biggest you know what fucking moments of my entire life, I decided to listen to it, and yeah, it wasn't bad at all. In fact, I really fucking enjoyed it. And the reason I said that, like, I'm just as surprised as you are to anybody who watches these videos who knows me IRL, then you would know that I, at least after listening to this album, used to be one of the biggest 21 Pilots haters on the planet. It may be 11:30 where I'm at, but it's 5 o'clock somewhere. I promise you I'm not an alcoholic. The main reason being, like, I will fully admit, like, it's part of their fan base being a little annoying. Mainly their diehards being very egregious and annoying, kind of like every fucking big band on the planet. You can name probably like 10 of them. It's also the fact that I never really saw their music as like anything special, and also the fact that I had to hear it so much. Like, it's just like Imagine Dragons. Like, I don't hate their music in terms of like what the music actually is. Like, there are some songs, yes, that are absolutely bad, but there's some songs that just aren't as bad. It's just the fact that they get played over and over and over and over and over and over and over. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? After like 100 plays, the song gets fucking annoying. but I guess something in my brain just decided to turn it off and give it a shot. And yeah, I sound like a broken record probably right now, but I really dug it. So yeah, let's get into why I dig it. Some of the faster songs on this thing are really good, and I appreciate some of the breakneck pacing on it. And then they managed to blend that and the slower songs together like perfectly, especially with Days Lie Dormant and the song before that just having a drastic fucking shift change and just a fucking massive tonal change. Like, regardless of that, I think it still blends together really well. And yeah, I really dig like just the overall sound of it. And Tyler's vocals aren't nearly as egregious to me on this album and aren't nearly as annoying on this album as I've heard from some other 21 Pilot songs. Like, it's not that his voice is full blown annoying. It's the fact of like, again, their fans propping him up, just being like, "Oh my god, his voice is so unique and all that stuff." And I'm just like, I can even easily imitate this shit. Just being like, right, oh, I'm balling, so I'm taking my time on my ride. Another thing that I didn't really find as annoying on this album is actually the rapping. Like, he actually has some really good flows, and the lyrics also are pretty good. And yeah, like I said, it doesn't really sound like as goofy to me as other 21 Pilot songs. There are some songs like Yes, Stressed Out that I've kind of like warmed up to in terms of the rapping that like I see like I was absolutely hating just to hate. But excuse me, there's still some songs like Car Radio that I feel are a little bit goofy in terms of the rapping, and like it just doesn't like full blown turn me off, but it still is just a little, I don't know. Rapping is like either one of two things for me. Either it's stupidly goofy or it's some of the best crap I've ever heard. There's no in between for me. Like, rapping is like really hard for me personally to like get right, especially if you're blending it with a more popish sound or even a more rock driven sound. And yeah, 21 Pilots just happened to do it right for me on this record at least. Which, now that I'm on it, let me know if you guys want to see a full blown series. I might just do this anyway, but let me know if you want to see a series of me covering other 21 Pilots records, because I would absolutely be down to do it, especially now knowing that I don't full blown hate 21 Pilots like I used to. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. The drums are also very on point and also sound like a lot more real than what I remember them sounding like. Like, I would have thought like they sounded like way more like digitized or all that stuff, but it sounds more or less just like an indie rock kit, which I mean is not like the preferred drum kit that I would like, which I mean, you heard the band that I'm in and you see the drum kit that I used to use in drum covers. So I mean, obviously that's not going to be my first kit choice. But still, for what the drumming is, it sounds really freaking good, and the playing is very on point. And also, another thing I want to point out, their drummer Josh Dunn just did a drum cover of Master of Puppets, and I really, really dig that one, mainly because of the fact of it's a pop drummer going for a more metal song. Well, more metal, a metal song, kind of like how Matt McGuire, who is the producer for the Chainsmokers, put out a shit ton of metalcore covers back in the day. And yeah, I really appreciated the cover, especially due to the fact of like, there are some points where he's like off time a little bit, and there's like some little fuck ups here and there. And I really appreciate that he left those fuck ups in there just to show that, like, even though he's in one of the biggest bands on the planet, he's still not a perfect drummer, which nobody is a perfect drummer, honestly. Like, if you guys knew how many times I've had to re record Beast by the Acacia Strain, Praise by Seven Dust, hell, I was going to do a Resentment by Kublai Khan cover, but couldn't do it because I couldn't find a way at the time to do a cover with the metronome playing in my ears. So instead, I just switched over to Self Destruct, and that's why I have the Self Destruct cover on my channel. And having to re record Making Christmas by Rise Against, like, I shit you not, probably like 20 to 30 times. So yeah, I appreciate him doing that in that cover. And also for Tyler Joseph's vocals, I do really dig like some of the melodies and stuff that I hear. And also I really dig like some of the notes that he hits on here. Like, even after all this time, he is still a really good fucking vocalist that can still hit some really crazy freaking notes. And then another thing that I really dug was on Drum Show, where they full blown have like a metalcore esque breakdown. Like, not even joking, it's like a full blown like build up, and then Tyler screams, and then it goes into a breakdown, which made me stank face because the last place I expected to hear a breakdown was on a fucking pop record. And I'm sure I'm gonna get something that says like, oh, they're technically considered indie rock and all that stuff, which is true. But at the same time, they have some of the biggest songs of all time, and they constantly chart every single time they release an album, especially on the pop charts and all that stuff. So I don't know. I'm counting it as a pop record to some extent, at least. I also really dig like the keyboards that they add in here and all that stuff, and I really dig some of the bass lines that Tyler has, and dig them almost as much as that voice crack that I just had. So yeah, overall, really good album. I think the only real complaints, and I have zero clue if this is considered sacrilege or not, but I think some of the faster songs, like Robot Voices, Days Lie Dormant, The Drum Show, The Contract, like all of those songs, I feel could have used a little guitar. And I'm not even saying like anything like too crazy shreddy or some sort of guitar fuckery, like adding in like a Dance Gavin dance guitar or something like that. I'm just saying, like, maybe like a little bit of like clean stuff and like a clean melody in the verses and all that stuff. And then for the chorus, like a good rock distortion and just really big power chords and really big bar chords and all that stuff. Just just a little add-on to touch to just make everything sound a little bigger is all. So yeah, overall, Breach by 21 Pilots gets an 8 out of 10. I really dug this thing. I can't wait to see what they do next, and I am absolutely down to go review some of their previous catalog. So, yeah, that's going to be it for me. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Ah.